What's going on, guys? It's from Modern Accessory Review, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all of the updates and latest rumors about the iPhone 12 lineup. If you saw my previous video, you already know that we are supposed to get a new straight edge design that I am really excited about. We also get this design in the iPad Pros, and if you can just imagine a smaller form factor of the iPad Pro, then I'm pretty sure this is exactly how the iPhone 12 lineup is going to look. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of bored of the rounded edged flagship phones that we've been seeing for years now, starting with the iPhone 6. I think bringing back that classy straight edge design that we saw on the iPhone 5 will be a good move for Apple. The sharp design doesn't only look good, but it will improve the grip because the lines almost pop out at you and will be easier to hold on to. However, some people are saying that the straighter edges won't be as comfortable in the hand because the sharp lines don't match up with the curves in our hands. But it'll be really interesting to see once I actually get the phone in my hand to see if it really makes that big of a difference or not. After researching all of the trusted sources like John Prosser, Everything Apple Pro, Max Weinbach, it looks like we're going to be getting the iPhone 12, the 12 Pro, and of course the 12 Pro Max that has the largest screen. And speaking of the screens, the iPhone 12 will have two different screen options, starting with a 5.4 inch display all the way up to a 6.1 inch display. And the 12 Pro model will also have two different size options, from a 6.1 inch display all the way up to a 6.7 inch display with the 12 Pro Max. We will be completely done with the LCD screens and moving on to the OLED displays, which I am super pumped about. And along with battery life and better resolution, these OLED displays will have better colors and will just enable a better user experience in general. And unfortunately, we will still have a notch at the top of the screen, but it will be shrunk down, and Face ID, which we will see on all of the iPhones, may be improved with different angles similar to the new iPad Pro. So if you have your phone sideways or upside down, or maybe even to the side, then you can still unlock your phone with Face ID, and it will just give us a better user experience. In terms of the camera, this is one of the things that Apple really tries to improve on every single year with their new iPhone models. After several rumors of Apple switching to a 64 megapixel sensor, it looks like they weren't too happy with it and they were having some issues. So it does seem as of right now that we will still be getting a 12 megapixel sensor, but we will have better autofocus, better HDR, which is already really impressive, and better slow motion and low light, like improved EIS and subject detection. Of course, all of this is made possible by the new A14 processor, which will be an absolute beast and will be the best yet, like it should be, for the price. And rumor has it that all of the new iPhone 12s will go 5G, but the really fast version of the 5G that doesn't go through walls very well won't quite make its debut to the new iPhone 12s just yet, which is kind of a bummer for some people on Verizon because that's primarily what they use. But we should be getting something called Sub 6, which is faster than what we have now and penetrates walls a lot better. Now the real question is how the Sub 6 affects the battery life, so it'll be really interesting to see what Apple does there. Now, one huge improvement coming to the iPhone 12s is the ProMotion. We are expected to get refresh rates from 60 to 120 depending on what you're doing to save battery life. But finally having the 120 refresh rate will really make the user experience a lot better and will make switching between apps and just everything a little bit faster. And by now you are probably wondering, what is going to be the difference between the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro? Well, the iPhone 12 Pro is mostly separated by its camera layout. The Pro model will have a LiDAR sensor similar to the iPad Pro, which is mainly used for augmented reality stuff, and LiDAR technology is actually used in some self-driving car tech as well, because it's all about mapping the surroundings and trying to figure out where everything is. Because of this LiDAR technology, it will improve portrait mode on the rear camera and may actually give us some different portrait mode options. Telephoto should be increased from 2 times to 3 times zoom, which will be pretty cool, and night mode should make its way over to telephoto as well. In terms of the digital zoom, we should see anywhere from 25 to 30 times zoom as well. As of right now, I do think it's pretty hard to tell which camera features will be in the 12 versus the 12 Pro, but I do think we will get mostly the same features except the LiDAR sensor and maybe just a few others. In terms of the internal aspect, we already know that we are getting the A14 processor, which will be incredible to have, but we will also be getting a starting amount of 128 gigs, which is way better than the previous 64 gigs and is a lot better for most people. There was also supposed to be a $50 price drop of the iPhone 12 starting model at $649. And the Pro line, similar to last year, is said to be $1,000 and the Pro Max is said to be $1,100. With the straight edge design, better internals, better screen, better camera, I am really excited for this year's iPhone 12 lineup. Usually all of the new iPhones are released sometime in September, but with everything going on in the world right now, I'm not really sure when we're going to see these new iPhones, and it's said to be delayed a couple months, but at the same time, I'm still crossing my fingers for September. But I guess we will just have to wait and see what Apple decides to do. Definitely make sure to comment below what you guys think about the straight edge design on the new iPhone 12 lineup. It seems to me that people are either on one side or the other. They either love it or they either hate it. So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys have to say. But with that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.